So Marko, you have a quite, what would you say, vast experience working for big international companies for many years. How would you say that today's focus on sustainability has changed within these big companies over the past years?
That's a good question. It has changed, first of all, and I have seen the change now, especially in the last couple of years. Earlier days, many manufacturers, like the ones I've been working for, they were focusing on CO2 emissions from the hardware production side, the logistics side, trying to cut them, try to focus on optimal logistics as an example. But today they are more focusing on end customer emissions and trying to help customers to cut them more or compensate them or whatever way they want to do it.
How is this focus reflecting then on our own business? How are we contributing to this sustainability overall?
Actually, when I look back the history of CHG, the overall business model is actually very close to sustainability because it's based on circular economy, where we give a second life or third life for the devices and that way optimize the resource usage. So we've been there almost from day one. But recently what we have done on top of that is we have brought a lot of focus on CO2 emissions internally. And we have focused that on our production sides, cutting the CO2 emissions there, but also we have implemented an offering for our customers to compensate the CO2s which are coming out of the IT usage.
And I can imagine that IT equipment is something that everyone needs to use, and that this is something that hasn't really been on top of the mind of everyone, that okay, now we can actually compensate and how much carbon emissions these equipment are generating.
Yeah.
How are the customers reacting to this? What have been their first responses providing this kind of product to them?
Oh, they've been very pleased. It's not only cutting or compensating the CO2, which is obviously the core of the whole thing, but it's also very important from the employer brand perspective. When you want to attract new employees, a new generation, you need to do these things. If you don't do them, you don't attract these people. They don't come to work for you because they are very conscious about the sustainability. So if we can help our customers to do this, it's obviously benefit. It's a win-win for both parties.